rainy Sunday morning. I want to get this walk in. Probably going to be a short, quick walk. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Coolest man alive is here. Joe Mama is here. Good morning. We got rain this morning. It's nice and warm. It's like 65 degrees, but it's raining. But I'm in some of my old stomping grounds. Famita is here. You're gonna go live next Saturday. All right, Famita. You go. Thank you, Famita. You reached 100. All right. It's Sunday morning, day 68. Rainy is here. Good morning. I am out in the rain this morning. Right now, it's not too bad, but a couple little drops here and there, but it's not looking good. So I'm gonna walk fast and try to get this done. Where I'm at is basically my old stomping grounds when I was a kid, and this used to be railroad tracks ran through here. We used to play on these railroad tracks quite a bit, and I'm behind. Well, now it's a Kroger. Before, it was when I was a kid, it was a Kmart. But yeah, we used to do all kinds of things back here on this on these railroad tracks. Except maybe you'll be able to see it a little bit better now. The Kroger parking lot. Yeah, that's the back of the store actually. I guess that's the pharmacy pickup. But that parking lot there, we used to take shopping carts, and there was always a hill. Everything fed down to a drain, and we used to take shopping carts, and someone would sit in them, someone else would push them, and we'd have demolition derbies with the shopping carts. I am heading back as soon as I'm done with this walk. Hello from Dubai. Hello to you. I got one more task to do, and then I'm heading back. Ruchika from Dubai. Well, welcome. Kelly, I am in Dayton, Ohio. This is an area that I grew up in, walking on a trail that used to be railroad tracks when I was a kid, and these are the woods that I used to play in as a kid. I'm trying to get down to where we dug a swimming hole. Everything went great with Mama Hustle, and as far as I'm concerned, I've got everything done, and the rain's picking up. I'm gonna be soaked by the time we're done here. I was a little troublemaker. Hey Dave, you already have 16 people in the chat. Yep. Where am I from? I'm from here. I grew up right here. This used to be railroad tracks when I was a kid. And this is where I used to play, in these woods over here. and on these railroad tracks. I'm trying to get to a spot where there's a creek, and we dug our own swimming hole in that creek. I'm in the USA, Dayton, Ohio. Got a little bit of tree cover, so it won't get quite as wet. I'll do right now anyway. I'm not gonna miss my walk, by God. 68 days. I'm not gonna give up on it. Barely got any daylight. I had to wait for the daylight to come a little bit. Am I closer than I think? Than I thought. These woods are so thick along this trail, I can't tell where I'm at. But I think I'm where I wanted to go. I am kind of lost. I guess I see right over here. This used to be, I don't know if you can see through the fence there, but there used to be a golf course here when I was a kid. We used to sit up here on these railroad tracks, and the golfers came down. We used to throw rocks at the golfers sometimes. Sometimes we would hunt golf balls over here on the railroad tracks, because there was always some sort of a fence here, and we'd hunt golf balls, and then we would sell the golf balls to the golfers for like a quarter or 50 cents a piece. Yeah, I am where I thought I was, or where I wanted to go. I don't know if you can tell. There's some houses right there. Those houses are on the street that I grew up on. And probably, I think right through there, it's hard to see even for me, but right through there is my mom's house still. So I'm gonna go there next. I am dedicated. They still watch me. Yeah, the dedicated ones are still here. You see my moderators in the chat? They are still here. Lester is even here. How about that? Lester's been around for a while. We haven't seen much of him lately, but he is still here. That is good to see. Yeah, not nowhere near as far as I thought it was. I guess when I was a kid, it seemed like a long way, but not too bad, right? Okay, that's where the green used to be, right there, and where that little fence is right there. Well, you can see kind of the cart path going along there. Well, it used to be the cart path. It's not a golf course anymore, but just the other side of where that fence is over there, right there, is there's a creek over there, and I'm gonna walk up here. I don't think we're gonna be able to see it. But what we did when I was a kid, haven't had any coffee. Oh my goodness. Had all kinds of coffee. What we did was, where that creek was, we rerouted the creek. There was already somewhat of a natural hole there, but it just wasn't very deep. It was only about waist deep. And so we rerouted the creek around that hole. And there it is. There's the creek right down there. And I think up through there, right around in there, because it was like a bend. It came this way and went that way, and a little bend in the creek. But we rerouted the creek through so that it would dry out that hole, and we dug the hole deeper and bigger, and we had ourselves a swimming hole. So, what phone do I use? It's a Samsung. I don't know, 23, I think, something like that. I've had it for about 3 or 4 years. You'll give me a vote, okay? How about a thumbs up and a subscribe? Kind of stinks they got this fence along here now. I mean, this fence, this part of it wasn't here. It was up where the golf course was, but I guess they bought all this land or something. So, but the swimming hole's probably right through there. What used to be our swimming hole. We were poor kids. We couldn't afford memberships to swimming pools. I don't know that there really was anything like that way back then. So, the rain has died down. You probably can see raindrops on my raindrops are keep falling on my head. Sorry. Song just hit me. I had to do it. Yeah, if I see raindrops on my glasses, it has definitely slowed down. I'm not even feeling any drops at all right now. So that's a good thing. I'll walk back up here, show you a few more things. Who taught me how to swim? Gravity. I'm a very talented person. America needs me. Wrong flag. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to the chat. Lax me, hello, how are you? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, just get in there and float, boy. It's one of those kind of deals. But it's over my head. Just float. What do you mean float? I keep sinking. Move your arms. Yeah, they put the fence up to keep kids like me out of here, I guess. This distance just doesn't seem very far compared to what it was when I was a kid. Seemed like we walked a long way to get down here to Kmart. Saif, good morning. Reminds you of the John Wayne movie. Oh yeah, we throws the kid in the lake. Yep. No, the spider's long gone. I put him back in the bushes he came from, and I saw him the next day, and then I didn't see him after that. Moneyball, hello. I was a little bit of a troublemaker when I was a kid. Like I said, we used to come down here to this, it was a Kmart then when I was a kid. The automotive center was right there, and there was nothing in the back here. And yeah, we used to play demolition shopping cart. Nice channel. Thank you, Laxmi. Appreciate that. Joe wants a note. Joe wants a doctor's excuse. Rainy for not being here. Yeah, we used to build forts back in these woods. I mean, we would dig 8-foot holes in the ground, put logs over top of them, cover them back up with dirt, grow grass on them or weeds and stuff, so you couldn't see them, and have our own little underground fort. No, I made the profile pic. I made that myself on Canva. Thought he was hunting. No, I'm not hunting. Dan is here from Romania. Good to see you, Dan. Right over here, there's a bunch of storage units now. There used to be, I don't know, there's a bunch of them, like big old propane tanks. And that whole area was nothing but propane tanks. And one of them exploded one time. I had nothing to do with it. When I was a kid, it exploded. I mean, it shook our house quite a bit, and it was a pretty big deal because obviously there was probably, I don't know, 20 huge propane tanks in that area, and one exploded. So, well, like I said, I had nothing to do with it. What am I going to eat for breakfast? I don't know. I'm going to stop someplace. Coolest man alive. I think I got 6. It's just back where I'm at right now. It's just kind of overgrown woods. It is raining right now. Well, right this minute it's not, but definitely cloudy. And yeah, you can see over there, the other side of the store there, you can see it's darker sky. So I'll walk up here, back up here, close to where I'm parked. Nice place to grow up. It was. We had a lot of fun when I was a kid, especially over in this area. Yeah, you can definitely see some black clouds over there. I looked at the radar. I'm driving back down to Georgia today, and I looked at the radar on the way down there, and it almost looks like all the rain is kind of parting way for old guy Hustle to drive down that way today. So I can do away with this hood right now. You can see my beautiful head. Joshua, good morning. Good to see you. They're getting ready to, there's an old mall here to build a super Walmart. Oh, wow. Well, Walmart will get more traffic, that's for sure. Right now it's not cold. It's actually fairly warm. It's about, well, when I checked a little while ago, it was 65 degrees. So, I'm parked right down there. So I'm gonna walk up here. This is once again still part of the trail system I've been on every day that I've been here, and which is kind of cool. It goes quite a ways. I think I've said it several times. If I wanted to, I could walk on this trail all the way down to Cincinnati, and probably, I don't know if beyond that, but probably could. So right there where that Pizza Hut is, now it's starting to rain again. Where that Pizza Hut is, that used to be it was a little convenience store called Stop and Go. We used to go in there and shoplift. I mean, we used to go in there and buy snacks and stuff. And then there's a gas station right there, and there's one across the street over there. And behind that gas station is where I went to elementary school through 8th grade. I went to school over there. It's St. Helens School. It's in the 40s there for you, Lester. Is it cold where I'm at? No, it's like 65 degrees, so Fahrenheit. He loves storms. I don't, and man, there's some stuff coming. I'm heading back to the car. I'm gonna finish this live stream in the car before I get drenched. I'm not really that wet right now, and the sweatshirt I have on actually is good. It repels water, so it will protect me, but it is definitely starting to rain, and I can see a lot more coming right at me, so thank God I'm back close to the car. I want to come over here and walk this part of the trail, and I was really kind of hoping to be able to show you more, but it's more overgrown than I thought. I guess that's what 50, 60 years does. No, not 60. 50 plus years. Why can't everything just stay the same, huh? Keys, keys, keys. Oh no. Oh, whew. Scared for a second. I locked my keys in the car. Okay. We are back out of the rain. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Good to see you today. Love the Bengals sweatshirt. I love the Bengals, so it's a perfect fit. Yeah, it is awful cloudy. Cool, man, you're from Malaysia? It's night right now? Okay. Yeah, I believe you're about 12 hours different time from me, or somewhere around. I know the Philippines is. Wendy, you say thank you for everything. This is fun for me, so it's no big deal for me to come out and do this walk. It's definitely motivational to me, and it helps me quite a bit. Really does, really does. I've made some good friends doing this, and it's definitely good. No snow yet. Love the Sons of Thunder. Relaxes you, yeah. Mike is making stuff. Hi, Mike. I did my morning walk this morning. It probably abbreviated, but I walked a little extra yesterday, and so I still probably got 4 miles in the last 2 days. I'm going to count it. Will you guys? But yeah, I'm over the stomping grounds where I grew up, and we're showing everybody the woods I used to play in, the railroad tracks I used to play on, talked about some of the trouble I used to get into when I was a kid. The internet, it's just on my phone. I am driving a Chevy, yep. Trying to get caught up in the chat here. Lester ran out of creamer, oh no. Football news, hello. I already said, answered a few of your chats. Go safety. Need some marshmallows, Lester. It's just the whatever's in the air. Yes, friends, absolutely. Antia, hello, good morning to you. Finished a bag of marshmallows yesterday. Hopefully the weather gets better. Yeah, like I said, I looked at the radar, and it was showing. I looked all the way down into Georgia, and it kind of looks like it's, I mean, there's some stuff going through right now, and a little later, like through Atlanta, but I mean, I'm not going to be in Atlanta for another 7, 8 hours, so by the time I get to Atlanta, it looks like it all just kind of clears out of the way as I'm heading down south. It looks like it's just going to be moving out of the way. What I'm in right now is going to be gone here shortly, so. Do I have any grandchildren? Yes, I do. I have 12 grandchildren and one great-grandchild. Lester, you're going to turn into a marshmallow? Yeah. Oh, okay, football news. You have a bunny named Marshmallow? So, the adventures of Dave in Ohio. Yesterday after my walk, I went and rented a truck. I had reserved a 15-foot truck, and got there, they didn't have any 15-foot trucks. The only truck they had was one of those great big 26-foot trucks. I was like, crap. And she said, well, I'll check another place for you. Well, she did, and she found one for me, but it was 20 miles away. So I would have had to drive 20 miles the opposite direction, and then drive that truck back, and then drive it back to return it. So that would have been 40 miles just driving back and forth, and they charge you per mile. So that would have been, and it's like $1.19 per mile. So that would have been dollars more per day. So I went ahead and just got the 26-foot. Well, I'm glad I did. It worked out fine because I ended up filling up a 26-foot truck. Well, we didn't stack everything real high, but I filled up a 26-foot truck. And then we did have to stack it. Well, at the storage unit, we did have to stack that. I'm going to clean my glasses off here, guys. Bear with me for a second. Try to get so I don't have to see all these spots on my glasses. Joe, you asking if I had a good time? I did. Oh Lord, I'm glad I got back in the car. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm losing connection. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but man, I'm glad I got back in the car. Looks like I had to reconnect. Oh, still here. Can't hear me. Can you see me? But anyway, yeah, so we got everything moved. My two of my grandkids came and helped me. The older grandkids, and it was kind of nice to work with them during the day. Definitely wore this old man out. Yeah, it's definitely coming down. So is my 22-year-old granddaughter and my 17-year-old grandson came over and helped, and we got everything moved into the storage unit. I had to go late last night. I still had clothes I had to grab and take over there 2 more trips just in the car. But got that done with those 2 grandkids, and then after I was done moving everything with the truck, I cleaned up and I went to a football game with one of my younger grandsons, a 12-year-old, and went and watched them play football, and they won 43-8. Killed them. And it's the semifinals of the playoffs that they're in. He's in the 6th grade, I think, playing 6th grade football, and he is an offensive lineman. Offensive lineman. He plays defensive line sometimes too. So, yeah, it was fun to go watch him play football. He got a real good block on a guy, which the quarterback, there's a lot of quarterback read option type stuff that they ran, and he got a good block, so the quarterback got wide open and ended up scoring a touchdown. So came out on the edge and blocked that guy, stopped him from getting to the quarterback. So it's in Lincoln. Victoria is a city, it's a school district. So yeah, it was pretty impressive to watch him. He didn't even know I was coming and didn't know I was there, and he didn't even know I was there until after the game. And I told him I got to see that play where he got that block, and yeah, he was pretty excited about that. I mentioned that block, and he said, "That was cool, wasn't it?" And I said, "Yeah, it was." Because it was right in front of us too. That was the cool thing about it. It was not like it was clear down at the other end of the field or anything, because we were down like 20-yard line area, just standing on the sidelines. But yeah, it was like right in front of us where he got that block. So really cool to see. Yep, definitely had fun. Got to see my mom a couple of times. Of course, the video I shot, and then I went back over and saw her the next day. Showed her all the comments on there. Twins Hustle is in the house. Hello. Ducky is here. Hello, Ducky. You're going to have to watch the beginning of this on the replay, the first minutes or so. It's pouring down rain right now, but I got out before the rain, and definitely back in. Wouldn't want that mustache to get wet. Yeah, I might wash out some of the color. But yeah, Ducky, and Twins Hustle. Yeah, I'm in old stomping grounds where I grew up, and took a walk down the trail, which used to be railroad tracks when I was a kid, and showed the neighborhood I grew up in. We moved into that house when I was 3 years old. My mom still owns it. She lives with my sister now, but she still owns it, and that's the last thing I'm going to do here in Ohio is I got to go over and put some light bulbs in the exterior lights before I leave. Hopefully it'll stop raining here in a minute so I can do that and stay dry. But that's my last task, and then I'm hitting the road and heading back to Georgia. But Calico. Do my children know I have a channel? They do, yeah. I have not featured them on a stream. I featured my mother on a stream, not on a stream, but in a video I shot the other day when I was with my mom. And if you haven't seen that, the title of it's Meet My Mom. And yeah, she was a natural. She just took to it right away. I kind of explained the channel to her a little bit and told her what I was doing. Told her about, you know, the kind of people that come in, and nothing but good about everybody except for Lorena and Joe. And and anyway, yeah, I told my mom about the channel, and I said, "Do you want to shoot a video with me?" And she said, "My mother must be 55 by now." Yeah, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I asked her if she wanted to shoot a video. She said, "What's that mean?" I said, "Just record a video." And I said, "I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel." And she said, "Okay, let me fix my hair." Or, "Can I fix my hair?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So she went and kind of brushed her hair a little bit and came back and sat down with me. All I did was say hello to everybody, and she just went off. Yeah, it's pretty good. It was definitely fun. She was a natural on camera. I mean, you would think that she'd been doing it for 100 years. Well, you'd think she'd been doing it for a long time. And all she was doing, I mean, I'm just sitting there holding my phone in front of us. We could see the screen, so if there is anything, it might be backwards. But I had it on selfie mode. But yeah, she could see the screen and see herself. But here's the thing: is that when I uploaded the video while I was still with her, and it was uploaded, and people were starting to watch it, and yeah, I'll definitely, when I come back up here, I'll definitely get Mom in some videos. That's for sure. She's a star. Um, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. um, yeah, I mean, it was maybe 15 minutes after we recorded the video. I told her, I said, yeah, we're starting to get some views on our video. And she said, what? And I said, the video we just did. What do you mean? And I said, that video we just recorded. She completely forgot about it. So when you're 91 years old, I guess that's to be expected. So Football News said hi. She'll take over my page. Yeah, she probably will. That's what I said during the videos. I want to start a whole new channel called Mother Hustle. Coming for Christmas. I have a picture of my mom and my dad dressed up Santa and Mrs. Claus. I've got it. I took the picture on my phone of the picture. And I was going to put it in a post, and then I had the picture, I was getting ready to start typing the post in the community, and something came up, and I ended up not doing it, but I will definitely get that up, probably today, sometime on the road today, when I'm taking a break from driving, smoking a cigarette, I'll get that uploaded on there. It's very cool to see them like that. See, I never saw them myself personally dressed. I keep losing after getting all these stories. My dad, they would do it for a few different things. They had the church had some sort of like a Christmas bazaar where people sold like crafts and stuff, Christmas related crafts. And my dad would always do that, but he would not put the Santa suit on before Thanksgiving. It had to be after Thanksgiving. And then they did it on Christmas morning. They would dress up, get ready, and they'd go to my sister's house on Christmas Eve, spend time with my sister, go home, get a little bit of sleep, and then get up early in the morning, and they'd go down to the St. Vincent de Paul homeless shelter and pass out gifts to the kids down there. And there were, at point, from what I understand, that was like 100 family homeless facility. It was a big building they had in downtown. And so there's a lot of kids that would sit on my dad's knee. So that was always cool. But like I said, I never saw them live or in person dressed as Santa or Mrs. Claus. And neither did my kids or grandkids. Joe. Yeah, I'm lucky to still have my mom. 91 years old. Ladies, Dave has a beautiful family. Take note. Where's the donuts, Joe? No more sweets. What? Yes, Mama Hustle is a beautiful human being. Yes, she was. Or is. My dad was a good guy, too. He was definitely a good guy, too. he devoted a lot of time to especially after he retired. He devoted a lot of time to St. Vincent de Paul Society. He was actually on the board of directors for St. Vincent de Paul. I don't know if everybody knows what St. Vincent de Paul is, but it's a Catholic charity organization, and everything they do is charity. But here in town, they have a job center where they train people like carpentry and welding, stuff like that. And they have several thrift stores. They have the hotel downtown where the homeless shelter. And then each church does different stuff. My mom and dad used to always, I remember several times going with them to sort through donations at the food pantry, and we'd put together, you know, packages for them. They had like a special collection at church for a couple Sundays in a row for like a Thanksgiving meal type thing. And then right before Thanksgiving, my mom and dad would go around, and they had there was probably, I don't know, 20 or 30 people that did it, but my mom and dad had like 15 or 20 people at a time that they would take Thanksgiving dinner to, everything to make Thanksgiving dinner to. And they drove around and did that. Actually, one of my kids went with them one time, which was really cool. So, oh yeah, that's why. My family's very busy and considerate to others. This is very nice. Yes, they definitely did not have a problem helping other people out. I mean, we weren't rich by any means. I remember some really hard times when I was a kid. Middle of winter and our furnace went out. The house that I'm close to right now, our furnace went out in the middle of the winter, and we had to wait till my dad got his next paycheck so they could pay down the Sears credit card enough to be able to afford to put a new furnace in the house. So it was about 3 weeks that we went without any heat in the house. Thanksgiving dinner, yep. He used to drive around to a bunch of people. Yeah, yeah, I did that. I've done that a few times, especially in my single years. Everybody feels sorry for the old single guy. It's like, oh yeah, come over for Thanksgiving. Come over for Thanksgiving. Okay. What time is it? 2 o'clock? Okay, let's see. I got one at noon. I got one at 2, and then I got one at 4. Okay, we're set. By the time I get to the last one, about the only thing I'd eat would be a slice of pumpkin pie, and that'd be about it. You do lasagna on Thanksgiving. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not a huge turkey fan anyway, so reunion time with family and friends. Yep. We definitely did more on Christmas than we did on Thanksgiving. With I had 3 stepkids, so they usually went with their dad's family on Thanksgiving, and at that time, me and my wife would just kind of hang out, and we really didn't do much at all. Have a nice little breakfast, and maybe pumpkin pie and coffee in the afternoon, and that'd be about it. So. Awesome, happy, lots of friends. Yep. Well, it's definitely getting clearer. I'll cook up 45 pounds of, wow. Fully cook. 15 pounds of it, freeze the rest. Everyone eats well. Boy, I bet. When is this? Oh, Glory, put the date, time, and location in the chat there, and we'll all be there. You go to your guardians' families for the holidays. All right, cool. We do traditional turkey and fixings, but we do a lot of Mexican dishes as well. Turkey goes a long way. Yeah, turkey lasts forever. Do it on Thanksgiving at your house in Savannah, Tennessee. All right, we will be there. What time? What time is do you start serving? Eat the lasagna before the bird. Absolutely. Food will be ready at 2. All right. Just look for the river rats, right? Oh, Glory. I'm definitely glad I got back in my vehicle before all that rain hit. I knew it was coming. Had no idea what time it was coming. I got pretty lucky. Was able to get out and walk. I am wet, but I'm not sweet enough that I'm gonna melt. I do cook turkey and stuff too. I am not in a Mercedes. I am in a Chevrolet. Jump in the Tennessee River, you get the crump, you went too far. Okay. Turkey stuffed with marshmallows, huh, Lester? Hallelujah for everything, Wendy. Absolutely. Kaiser, hi, how are you? Good to see you today. Everybody double tap that screen if you haven't done it yet. Give me the likes. Definitely appreciate it. Good morning, Vietnam. Hello, how are you today? It is not a Tesla, no. It is a Chevrolet. I haven't driven a Chevy in I don't know how long. That's probably, and I've talked about this before. I try to wake up every morning and first thought that I try to have in my head is to be grateful for the things that I do have, things I've done and seen, and friends I have, and all that. So, yeah, I think that's very important. People need to be a little bit more grateful for what they have. Where am I going? I am going to drive back to Georgia today. Drive all the way back. It's about 600 miles today. So yep, hope to make it to the bathroom. Absolutely. Tomorrow, yeah, we'll be back on the trail that I walked every day for a long, long time, and walking that same old boring trail again. But hopefully we'll get to see some deer. Was that Roselle, I think that says? Good morning to you. Good to see you this morning. Love junk food and some reason, but I still like healthy food, kinda. You like my boring trail walks? Cool. Thank you, Gold Glory. Definitely good to have you here in my chat all the time now. I see you a lot lately, so definitely appreciate that. Yes, it is raining right now. Yeah, sunrise service again with Dave. Absolutely. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some sunshine instead of this rain. I'm quitting uploading drawings, vids, because nobody likes my art. No likes, no subs, no comments. And you can't give up, man. You can't give up. You know the old saying, or the old story or whatever it is. Guys digging a ton, digging and digging and digging, trying to find gold, and it shows like I've seen like a cartoon of it, and it shows this guy in a tunnel with a shovel, and he's digging and digging, and he just gives up and quits. But then the gold's just like 5 feet away from him. So it's not always the case, but can happen. You don't think they're boring? I have some other buddies that go live at this time. If I'm able to be here, I'll be here. Mod for a bunch of folks. Okay. All right, old Glory, no problem. I've seen you in some other chats here and there, some other live streams. I kind of scroll through them sometimes, and I'll get on a live, and then I just start scrolling, watching some other ones. Some of them are absolutely ridiculous, but I kind of, you know, watch them, see what other people are doing, and just to kind of see, you know, the kind of things they deal with on their live streams. So, Lester, I'm giving up on finding a girlfriend. That's when you'll find one, Lester. That's when you'll find one. When you just say, oh, screw this, I don't care anymore if I find a girl. And then all of a sudden, the girl of your dreams will walk into your life. Happened to me 30 some years ago. I'm all over the place, yeah. Sometimes in my videos, art is so bad, so I deleted it. Yeah, sometimes the comments, I mean, I haven't had, on my videos, I haven't had that many. I think maybe one or two. My video that I did around the 4th of July that shows the American flags, and some people got on there and started talking bad about America, and I just, you know, just deleted their comment, deleted them from the channel, because this is my country and I love it. You're not going to talk bad about it, especially the flag. Anyway, is there somebody out there somewhere waiting on you? Yep. Me too, Lester. There you go, Ducky. Roselle, just keep on going, man. Keep on going. You know, it takes a while sometimes to find an audience, and like, I mean, I wasn't really doing a whole lot on here, just posting videos, and I started doing live streams, and started doing those live streams from my walk. And I mean, if you go way back, I mean, you can look at all the videos, like day 1, day 2, day 3, you know, and probably all the way through about 20 videos. I wasn't getting a lot of people in there, and then all of a sudden, boom, they all hit. And I mean, I had one live stream, I picked up 70 subscribers just on one live stream. I mean, that was like a outlier, but I was picking up 20 to 30 subscribers every live stream. So consistency is key, I think. And since I'm live streaming every day at the same time, people know I'm going to be live, or at least the people that want to know, they know I'm going to be live, and they come along. So have a good morning. Got to get to work. All right, Craft Organics, thanks for coming in. And the old homestead life. Absolutely. Lorena just subscribed to you there. Roselle. Never really had a girlfriend? Sure you have. Yeah, routine is key. Definitely. When I get back down to Georgia, as far as my renovations and my fixing up the yard and all that stuff, there's going to be videos coming out left and right on that. I'm going to, I don't know, I'm doing something. I'm going to try and get something done, or work on something every single day. And I'm just going to have my phone ready and just start recording crap and just start uploading it. It might not be the best quality video as far as editing and all that, but there's going to be videos, and you're going to see this old guy hustling. I have people sometimes, what's the hustle? Well, I don't see a hustle or something like that. And it's like, okay, it's coming, baby. Hey, if people expect you to be here, show up, and you're here, they'll stay forever. First time you get off your routine, yeah. Oh yeah, I know that. You know, I said earlier that I try to make my first thought to be grateful for what I have, but usually my first thought is, what time is it? How much time do I have before I have to go walk? I mean, today I was out walking in the rain for a little bit. First time I really had to do it. To do the walk in the rain, I've dodged rain a few times. I cut one short one time, and I probably shouldn't have, because it never really rained a whole lot. It was just spitting a little bit here and there, but cut one short. Today was a little bit short, but I'm glad I got back in because it started pouring as soon as I got back in the vehicle. So let's see, can you make me and you make a split screen video? I don't know, maybe someday we can do that. Football. My drawings took me 3 to 6 hours, and I will upload it later. Okay, cool. Cool, we'll definitely check it out, Roselle. There's a guy on YouTube named JCS, does one video about every 18 months. Dude has 20 million subs. His videos are pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people talk, oh, you gotta make good quality videos, and that's the way, and I don't know if that's 100% true. Obviously, people want to see good quality videos, and they don't want to see, crappy edits and stuff like that. But, I'm not a TV producer. I'm just a YouTuber, a 65-year-old YouTuber, and I edit stuff on free software on my phone, and try to do the best I can with them, and you're gonna get what you get. I mean, I guarantee you I'm never gonna have 20 million subscribers. So unless I get Mother Hustle on here more often, then maybe I will get it. So Wendy, prayer God gives you everything we need and want. Absolutely. I'm going to be right back. Put a couple of videos up. You did, Lester? Okay, cool. I'll have to check those out. RJ, how are you? I didn't do a live video, but I think YouTube will ban my old grumpy ass. If you haven't liked the video yet, double tap that screen, hit the like button, whichever way you have to do it. Get my likes up a little bit here. If you don't like the video, just punch me in the nose twice. There we go. Somebody hit it. I spent on art materials for I spent $453. Wow. Somebody's smashing that like button or double tapping the screen. I see all them hearts going up. We can probably do that someday, Rainey. Did you go on as Phil Richardson for Halloween? All right. That's you hitting the hearts. Thank you, football. Appreciate that. I saw your video. You were talking about the Bengals last week, and I don't know if you've got another one up about the Bengals since they did good on Thursday Night Football. Actually, old Joe Flacco played pretty well. I thought it was Dinah Guy from The Incredibles. Yeah, I did. I saw Ducky's fur babies dressed up in their Halloween costumes. And every animal in this house is screaming for breakfast early. It's like a ambiance of spoiledness. Yeah, it's back to about what it was when I took my walk. The rain's kind of slowed down a little bit. I gotta go over and put some lights in at my mom's house, or just change the light bulbs. How many old guys does it take to change a light bulb? Well, today I only got one, so that's that's how many it's gonna take. Just one. Plus Jamar Chase got 52 fantasy points. Yeah. 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 Jamar went off Thursday night. Roselle, you take care. You keep on pushing, man. Don't give up. Don't give up. Doesn't matter if anybody's watching your videos at all. Just keep pushing, putting them out. One of these days, one of them. I mean, I do videos and I think this one's going to be good. This one's going to be good. I mean, I love everybody that's watched the video with my mom, but I thought that it was going to take off. I mean, the analytics on it, according to all the stuff that YouTube tracks, they all say all these gurus that talk about how to make a good video and what you're looking for in your analytics, all those far exceed on that video. They far exceed everything that these gurus say that you have to have a good a video with lots of views. And so it's kind of surprising to me it hasn't gotten more views, and that YouTube's only shown it like under 500 times. And I've got videos that they show 20,000 times. So I don't know. Hell, I can't figure this shit out. I'm just going to keep making videos. That's my point. I'm just going to keep making videos. And man, one of these days I'm going to have one that, hits 100,000 views or something. Maybe. Just try. The content is the most important thing to me, and trying to put out something that, I think people will be interested in. And, one of these days I'll have one that a lot of people will be interested in. So. Ducky, I want to squeeze them all. Yeah, absolutely. Dave, I was trying to send you a gift and they were trying to charge me. Huh. Okay. I don't know how that works, to be honest with you, Joe. I know since I'm over 1,000 subscribers now, after I get to 3,000 watch hours, I can put super chats and stuff on here. But I really haven't looked into it yet because I'm not even at 1,500 watch hours. So, family love, absolutely, Wendy. Going to Halloween dance on the 26th. That's cool. Roselle, you take care of yourself. Sharon, hello. How are you? I did take a walk. It was kind of short. It's rainy here where I'm at today. And not just in the chat, but it's raining outside too. Rainy outside. I'm in my old stomping grounds. We're in the area where I grew up. And I'm sitting in the parking lot of, it's a Kroger's now, but it was a Kmart back when I was a kid that we used to play demolition derby with shopping carts in the back parking lot. And I walked where the railroad tracks used to be that I used to play on, and kind of showed people the woods, talked about that kind of stuff. So go back and watch like the first 30 minutes of the video on the replay once it's up, and you'll see all that stuff. But yeah, a bunch of rain started coming in. I could see it coming in the distance, and yeah, so I hustled back to the vehicle. There you go. There's my hustle for the day. I hustled back to my vehicle and got back in just in time. I mean, just a couple minutes before it started just pouring down rain. So, slept in yesterday, fell back to sleep. Keep up working, and prayers, God bless. Thank you, Wendy. It's going to be kind of relaxing actually today, because I'm not going to be, the only thing I'm going to be concerned about is driving. I'm not going to have, 20 things I got to get done, and worried that I'm going to be able to get them all done in, the short amount of time I got and all that. And so, not going to have to worry about things closing like I have been the last 3 days. All that kind of stuff. Indiana has heavy rain again. When you tell them you're closer. Okay, Sharon, you went for a long walk and you had to dodge some rain too, huh? Yeah, at least it doesn't snow. Won't be long before we start seeing snow. Yeah. When I get back up here to Ohio And I'm all down in Georgia, and I'm up here permanently. It's going to be cold and snowy, and you're going to see old guy hustle bundled up Bengals. Well, I don't have a Bengals coat, but I definitely got some Bengal toboggans or hats or whatever you want to call them. So you will definitely be seeing me wearing that. They they're not that bad. I mean, it's not, Minnesota or, Vermont. I say that because Lester's from Vermont, but um, yeah, no winter. Yeah, I've been down in Georgia for 6 years, and winters are very mild and short down there. And coldest temperature you generally see is like in the 30s. And if it does hit the 20s down there, I mean, people are like panic mode. Grocery stores are empty, or yeah, the shelves are empty in the grocery stores, and yeah, bundled up with a new lady. Dave not trust, no love. What? No gain. You're looking forward to shoveling? No, Joshua, it doesn't snow a whole lot. Generally, we don't get snow before Christmas. And then January, February, you'll see some snow. The biggest thing up here, and I'm kind of dreading it, but I'm doing everything I can to fight this off because I know the benefits by far being up here, being close to my mom, being able to see my mom every day if I want to. That by far outweighs any snow or any kind of bullshit weather. Um, but so I the gray, cold, cloudy for days on end. I mean, that just gets so depressing sometimes. I was up here a couple years ago in the winter, and I stayed from Christmas. My mom's birthday is January 21st, so I stayed from Christmas until I wanted to stay for her birth. Well, actually, it was her 90th birthday 2 years ago, and so I stayed for her birthday, and it got to be so bad. I mean, the sun finally came out like after 5 or 6 days, and it was out for like 15 minutes. And it's like, oh my God, there's sunshine. The sun still is in the sky. But yeah, it just gets kind of bad after a while. But I'll live through it. I get about 2 feet sometimes. Yeah, we don't get that much snow here. I remember those days making money shoveling. Yeah, absolutely. When I was a kid, I used to do that. Last year wasn't too bad. Wish Indiana stayed that warm. Yeah, that's definitely nice. It's basically the same climate as when I was in the Air Force and lived in Texas. Um, real short winters. I mean, you could play golf all the way. And I played golf back then. Play golf all the way into November. I mean, even sometimes beyond Thanksgiving. Still, you can get out there and play golf. You get 60, 70 degree days still in December. And then January, a little cooler, highs in the 50s. But I'm sure people up in northern Ohio and Indiana and the northern states, in January, they'd take 50-degree days. Matter of fact, they'd be running around in shorts and t-shirts if they got 50 degrees in January. So, Grizzle, hello, my name's Dave, Old Guy Hustle. I live stream every day at the same time, about 7, well, today was almost 7:45 just because it's rainy and it was dark. Um, but I live stream every day and I take a 2-mile walk every day from my live stream, and then afterwards I just sit and chat with people for a little while, depending on how the chat's going. And so today I had to cut it a little bit short because of rain, but we're still here. I did get a little bit of a walk in. I probably walked about a mile today, so I walked some extra yesterday. So Texas snows now these days. Yeah. Wendy, your sister lives in Texas? Okay, cool. Yeah, I lived in northern Texas. I was pretty close to the Oklahoma border, so. Yep, northern Texas. Wichita Falls, Texas. Emperor, hello, how are you? Good to see you again. Texas gets bad weather. Okay. I mean they had tornadoes and stuff. Sherman, Texas. I've heard of that, but I'm not exactly sure. It's somewhere around Dallas, Fort Worth, isn't it? Texas has earthquakes. Obviously, on the coast, they get hurricanes and stuff like that. And where I was, kind of central northern Texas, not in the panhandle, but um, they would get tornadoes. The town I was in had a big tornado like 10 years before I moved there, and demolished quite a bit of the town. They were still talking about it 10 years later, so it was pretty big. Yeah, okay, Sherman. Yeah, I was about the same. I mean, I'd get on the road and I'd be in Oklahoma in no time. So, Ollie, hello, how are you? Tornadoes can happen everywhere. Yeah, sure they do. And there's some areas, I mean, it's called Tornado Alley, and all through central U.S., just about east to west, they call it Tornado Alley. So, J Dog is in the house. Welcome to J Dog from Washington, the state of Washington. Good to see you this morning. Friend didn't want to come here from Tennessee because she said it was too cold. Yeah. Allie, I have smoked weed, yes. Remember that when I was a kid. Pretty cat, hello, how are you? Not drinking any bourbon today. I am going to be driving for about 9-10 hours. Not in a big hurry. As long as I get back home by daylight, I'll be good, or at least not too dark. I just, if you don't have to drive in the dark, don't. So it's terrifying when we get a tornado warning in Kokomo. Oh, sure, absolutely, it's terrifying. What is your advice about weed addiction? I guess nowadays you can get addicted to weed. I've never had a problem with addiction other than tobacco. So I don't know what to tell you. I do remember 99 Nights. Is that some sort of a gotcha thing or something? I see that sometimes, and it seems like it's different people ask me that question. So if that thing for 99 whatever, is that same as the 6-7 thing? Some of you younger folks in here, let this old guy know if I'm falling in a trap of some sort. Some rain woke you up this morning. It's pouring. Yeah, it is here in Ohio too. I cut my walk a little bit short because it was raining a little bit when I started, and I was getting a little bit wet, and then it kind of slowed down, and it started coming down again. And then I could see the rain coming, so I hurried up and got back to my vehicle. No, I'm not driving to Ohio. I'm driving from Ohio back to Georgia. Pretty much drive straight through. I mean, I'm in a rental car and I can't smoke in the rental car, so I stop more often to smoke. Sometimes I just pull over and smoke. Go to a rest area and smoke a cigarette. So it's such a kind, small. Greentown is smaller. I like small town living, that's for sure. Good morning, Lewis. How are you today? Elegant, sir. Wow. Coffee is a drug. Yes, it is. Am I stopping at Buc-ee's? You know, that place that place doesn't fascinate me, and it's just I've been to a Buc-ee's. There's one in the town I'm from, and actually there's one here in Ohio now, or close to where I'm at right now. I'm sure there's more than one. They're all up and down the highway, and it's an overpriced gas station. Lots and lots and lots, like what, 150 gas pumps or something like that, and then they got, I don't know, all kinds of food and stuff inside. I've been there, no big deal. Usually their gas price is higher than anybody else, because they build them, at least the drive I take on I-75 from Ohio all the way down to Georgia. They tend to build them at exits, and I'm sure they probably make arrangements, or they arrange for this. They build them on exits that have no other competition. Buc-ee's is the only thing there, and they obviously, because of the novelty of them, they draw people in. But when they're the only place there, you pull off to get gas, you don't have a choice. And they don't advertise their gas prices. They don't have big signs like most gas stations do out at the street that say, here's what our gas price is. They don't advertise that, especially when there's competition there. So, probably will not be stopping at a Buc-ee's. My real dad lives in Greentown. Okay, cool. We're waiting the rain out. Yep. I'm in a rental because my Jeep has about close to 250,000 miles on it, and don't really trust it to drive back and forth to Ohio. I'm going to try to get some things fixed on it before I move back up here to Ohio, so I can keep it for a little while until I get my dream Jeep. My old Grand Wagoneer with the wood grain on the side. How much is the rent? I don't know. It's cheap enough. It's actually because of the gas mileage in that Jeep. That Jeep does terrible on gas. So it's actually cheaper in the long run to have a rental car and put the miles on a rental car, and it gets a lot better gas mileage, like almost triple the gas mileage. So it's definitely cheaper. Did I rent a Porsche? No. I got a Chevrolet. It's also been raining here in Kokomo, but you don't mind. I love small town living, absolutely. Doesn't bother me. Yes, there is a Buc-ee's in Middle Georgia. Yes, there is. That's where I'm at. Is in Middle Georgia. Old Glory is back. All right, Old Glory, good to have you back. What's this channel about? Well, I live stream every day. I take a 2-mile walk and I live stream from that walk. Been doing that. This is the 68th day in a row I've done that. I've got regular content on my channel of me doing some, right now it's just doing like some work renovating an overgrown yard, or restoring an overgrown yard, cutting down bushes and stuff like that. Few videos about that. If you really want to know what the channel's about, check out my playlist that's called Get Busy Living, and it'll show you, and I talk about my mindset there, and so that'd definitely tell you more about it. That's one of your buddies you mod for. Okay. Janet Stars, hello, how are you? Please like and subscribe. The problem is with small town living is that it could be more of a dangerous area for when tornado warnings are in that area. If they don't have a warning system, sure, but I mean, most places do, especially where there's it's likelihood of tornadoes. From Pakistan, hello, how are you? Who's been in Cloverdale before? Cloverdale, what state? I'm moving to Ohio because my mom lives in Ohio still. My mom's still alive. She's 91 years old. I've got a video with her, featuring her in the video, Meet My Mom. Check that out, and you'll get to meet my mom. But she's still alive. She's 91 years old, and I just want to be up here, be close to my mom for the rest of her life. So, don't know how much longer she has. Hopefully she has, hopefully we'll 9 years from now, or just over 8 years from now, because she'll be 92 in January, but just over 8 years from now, maybe we'll live stream from her 100th birthday party. Knock on wood. Norman Bates' mother mean anything to you? I know who Norman Bates' mother is, sure. There's nothing to see in the car. I mean, it's a little mini SUV. There you go. See the old Chevy logo? There you go. I'm so easy. Jerry, hello, how are you? Good to see you today. We don't need to get into all that stuff there, Allie and Paresh. Don't need to get into that kind of stuff. You will be knocked off the channel if you start all that kind of crap on my channel. Why is your mustache still there? Well, it just keeps growing. And I don't shave it, so there you go, Ken. All right, Parish. Just messing with me. All right, you know, I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. Negativity and especially hatefulness, especially because of just where someone's from. No. All right, that's not something to joke about, Allie. So just stop. You like my sweater? I like it too. That's my football team right there. So, Keen, why the obsession with my facial hair? From your picture, from what I can see from your picture, it doesn't look like you have any hair. So maybe it's jealousy or something, or what's the deal there? You want everybody to be bald? I just got done saying no hate on my channel. Oh, well, you come at me, I come at you. So, it's below Logansport, I think. All right. Your dad's 90? Cool. My dad made it to 80, and so lived to be 80 years old. So, my mom is 91. Hopefully she can keep going for a while. She's still very active. I mean, she doesn't drive or anything, really doesn't go anywhere. But I mean, she can get up, move around. She has a cane, but doesn't use it a whole lot. Sometimes she has a little bit of problem with balance and she needs the cane, but if she goes out somewhere, she'll take the cane with her, so. I'm really small on the weather map. Allie, you know, dude. Learn some manners, Allie. "91, that's cool. You never know. Your mom may outlive you." Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, she's got 2 sons that have passed. So, I got 2 brothers that have already passed. And my mom's still alive. That's one thing that parents don't want. They don't want to outlive their children. Hopefully she'll live a lot longer than people expect. My neighbor lived to be over 100, but reminded me of Mrs. Doubtfire, the person that used to climb the fence and yell at your kids. Yeah. Which Cracker Barrel am I eating at today? I don't know. Lester's eating Halloween candy. Fight no good. Love all you can while you can. Stepdad is 61. I have 2 dads, my stepdad and real dad. Yep. Well, I'm 65, so I got your stepdad by 4 years. Save money, invest. Find something that you know you're knowledgeable about and invest in it. I've bought real estate and have invested in real estate. So my dad passed when he was in his 40s, and I am older than he was. Sunday, hopefully, yeah, Atlanta won't be too bad today. It's never good. I mean, I drove coming up here. I drove through there at 6:30 in the morning, thinking that it. Well, I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be great, but yeah, I went through there about 6:30 in the morning, and it's still, bumper to bumper traffic, people driving like maniacs, and couple of downs, but all in all, it wasn't too bad. The best time I've ever driven through Atlanta was I left. I'm 100 miles south of Atlanta, where I live down there in Georgia, and so it's about an hour and a half to 2 hour drive up there, close to 2 hour drive. So I timed it one time, and I went to Atlanta like at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, it was a piece of cake. Never slowed down a single time. So Carol is in from the UK. Good to see you, Carol. Beautiful young woman in the chat to talk to me. I love it. 285. Yeah. Um, I mean, I've been around Atlanta a little bit, not very much at all. I definitely don't get off at 75, and just fly through there as quick as I possibly can. I have people in my family that passed. My real dad in Greentown used to have a wife named Ruth that passed away years ago. And Papa, I had a name Jerry Freeman, also passed away years ago. All right. Thanks, Carol. Thank you, Carol. I try. I'm not always nice. I'm not nice to everybody, but I try. I definitely will always be nice to you, Carol, because you always come around along in my chat, drop a comment in there. I've seen you on some of my videos dropping comments as well. Carol, have you seen the video of my mom that I did with my mom? Check my channel. Check on my channel if you haven't seen the video. It's titled "Meet My Mom," and I called her Mother Hustle. Definitely check that out, and she's hilarious in that video. And you'll see she's 91 years old, and you'll see how active she is and how great life can still be even at our older ages. Carol's a year younger than I am. She's 64. So, and it's always great to have her in here in the chat. So, Buckhead used to be a real cool place, but I think it has deteriorated. We drove through there. My son took me to a Braves game, about a month ago, I think. And it was toward the very end of the season. But anyway, he took me to a Braves game, and we got off the highway because of traffic on the highway. And he was driving all over the place, and we went from this area where there was all these like real fancy restaurants, valet parking, and there were like Mercedes, and I even saw a Rolls Royce, and all these real expensive cars everywhere. We went from that area to like I mean, it just crossed over like an overpass, and on the other side of that overpass, it was like Slum City, USA. I mean, homeless people sitting on the street corners begging for money. It got bad real fast. They'll never stop being a mom. Definitely. Trolls are apparently chat's not moving. Well, you know what? Come on, people, help the man out. Hit the like button and subscribe button. He's taking time out of his day to share with everybody. I think I think it's moving along. At least I'm seeing it. moving along. Hopefully it is. I'm going to go ahead and end. I mean, I didn't even mean to be on this long. It's an hour and a half. I looked up once a little bit ago, and it was like we were like 35, 40 minutes. And that's usually about the time I finish walking. I'd been done walking for a while, but I thought, oh, I need to go for a while longer. Now I looked up again, and it's been an hour and a half. So, um, when you were a kid, did your mom ground? Oh, I got grounded a whole bunch and got my ass whooped lots of times. Wendy is there with your kitty cat. All right. Sandra, I did walk. It was kind of a short one because of the rain. Rain was coming, and I knew it was coming. I could see it coming, and so I got back in my vehicle. Um, and I am going to be driving. Still in Ohio. I'm going to be driving back to Georgia today. So I got one more thing I got to do here. I got to go over to my mom's house, which is about 3 minutes that way, and go to my mom's house and change some light bulbs on the outside of the house. And nobody lives there anymore, so get the light bulbs changed, make sure they're working right. And then I am heading back to Georgia. Hopefully the rain's going to die down in a little bit, and I'll have a nice time driving today. So, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the stream here. Like I said, I've gone probably a lot longer than what I planned on going, and I definitely need to hit the road. So, um, long drive ahead of me. Probably about a 9-hour drive today. Maybe more, but hopefully less. So, Alabama beat Tennessee. Roll Tide. Bengals won Thursday night. Who Day. Anybody knows what that means. That's the Bengal chant. So, Ducky, thank you for coming in. Joe, Rainey, J Dog was here. Definitely appreciate every one of you. Y'all are amazing to me. I will see y'all later. And tomorrow morning we'll be back on the old Wellston Trail, walking my normal 2-mile walk. Bright and early in the morning, day 69. So, y'all have a fantastic day, because I'm going to. Just going to enjoy a nice, relaxing drive back to Georgia. Take care.